Okay, we are back with Lisa Waterslane. She has this entire segment just to herself. Just what's a garden idea she has. Share it with the audience, and hopefully we all get smarter because of it. Welcome back to the studio, Lisa.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we should mention to folks they're going to be at our house next Friday for a garden tour. And so we host a Ponderosa. We call it our Ponderosa Circle. It's our insider club, what's going on, and we share with them how Waters Garden Center did, what we see with the industry, what they'll see next spring. We kind of share the intimate, what small business owners never share except for with your most intimate neighbors and friends. And so we share that. Well, with COVID kind of flaring up again, you can't get people together and you can't serve food and drink, or I'm nervous doing that. It's just not wise. And so we thought, what can we do? And so we thought, hey, we've never had anyone at our gardens. We've never shown them off. We talk about them. We show pictures, just a still of a plant or something, but we never show the whole thing. Next Friday at 4:00, we're going to have a virtual garden tour of our gardens, our personal gardens at home, from 4 to 4:45, something like that, about an hour or less. And we're trying to figure out what that looks like and how to technically pull it off. Virtual technology is it's tricky. It's not helpful. It's not easy. It's not like plug and play. That's a myth. It's a plug and diagnose until your hair drops out. That's what. But anyway, we're going to show off the front yards, the backyards, just what our thought process, how we enjoy those parts of the gardens, how we incorporate art, water, fountains into our gardens, and how we enjoy those, how we entertain with those. So you're welcome to join us. Please be a part of that. We're sending that out through emails or Facebook. Probably on the front of our website. We'll have to make sure our website's got that on it before this, so people know where to go.
There's a lot to do.
It's RSVP. You got to have the link. I think we're going to use our YouTube channel as a media to stream through, just because not everyone has a Facebook account, but everyone has a YouTube access. Yeah. Well, if you're breathing and you've got a smart TV or anything, you got YouTube. So what our thought is, it's technology. Who knows what people have?
It'll be interesting.
So we'll record that and show it off. So a little nervous. I don't think we're ready. We need to touch our gardens before next Friday.
No,
they're pretty nice.
They look pretty nice, but there's a few things that need a little TLC.
You have a guest over to your house. You kind of want them to look over the top. So next Friday, October 8th at 4 to 4:45 is what we're saying. And the state of the industry. We'll share what we saw this year, where we see the shipping supplies, what the crop rotations, new plant introductions, all that will be coming up. And when you'll see when do the roses next year show up? What's the newest, latest red buds? There's some exciting things happening next year.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm waiting.
Oh, good. What do you got for you?
What do I have? Well, you know how it's funny how things changes. I was intending to talk about fall plants, things that look good fall color. But then I walked to the houseplant room and we got
two houseplants in.
2 shipments of houseplants, and we got some really cool stuff. So houseplants are still really catching on. Yeah. People are starting to really appreciate. We went through this time when everything was plastic. Yeah. Everybody had plastic plants, because they want to take care of it, blah, blah, blah. But I love the fact that we're getting back into having plants in our houses, because they do so much to have them in your home. So as I was walking through some of the cool ones that we got a black goldfish in, which usually the goldfish plant is kind of a lighter green.
Did you say blackened? What did you say? Black goldfish.
Goldfish.
Oh, I've never really.
So it's kind of a darker, very dark green leaf to it. But the thing I love about it is when it blooms, it has these orange, they look like the goldfish crackers.
Yeah, right.
So just a really bright contrast there when they're blooming, just super green, kind of small glossy leaf. So it always looks really, really healthy because it's got that glossy leaf to it. So that's a new one that's cool that we got in. We also got some more Swiss cheese philodendron.
That's a rare plant.
Which it's rare, but it's one of those plants that was like maybe in the 70s, very popular, and then it kind of went out, and now it's back in. But just a real cool plant, a very easy to grow plant. Looks neat because it has the textures of the holes in the leaves, which are supposed to be there.
Looks prehistoric almost. Yeah. It's rare because you can't get any. They're so hard to find. When we see a crop, we go, we'll take all of them. Yeah. And you get, 10 maybe.
But just a really fun plant. If you're kind of new into growing houseplants, that would be a great one for you to start with. We got a red Luna Peperomia, which anything in that Peperomia family is crazy drought hardy, I would say. They don't want a lot of water. For those of us like me that only think maybe once or twice a month about watering, these are great plants to have. And along with its cousin, we have the Chinese. I have plant samples. So this is the Chinese money plant, which there again is in the Peperomia family. And this is another one that's become very, very popular. Really cool plant, neat leaves. Can you get it?
Showing it off on the camera. Okay. Just trying. This is a vlog radio show. We're trying to branch out and be trendy online.
We're trying.
So the podcast is actually gaining speed. Yeah. So Chinese money plant.
Yeah, if you've been looking for one of those, we've got some nice ones, and definitely. We also have the money tree, which is different from the money plant, but also really cool because usually the trunks are braided on them, which actually takes a lot of work to really braid those trunks. But another tree that's a little harder to find, but a really cool tree to have that doesn't take a lot of water and actually takes a pretty cool spot in the house. So if you have a house that tends, especially in the wintertime, runs a little cooler, it'd be fine for that. Hypoestes, which is another one of my favorites. I love the color in the Hypoestes. So this one's kind of the red, dark pink. They call it splash red. There's also one that's a much lighter color than this, a very light pink. There's some that are pink and white mixed together. And then there's some that are also white. Likes a bright room. And if you're a person that maybe you're a little heavy-handed with that water sometimes, this would be a good plant for you because it doesn't mind staying a little bit on the moist side. But look at that color. Mix that in with your other green plants. It's spectacular to have that color on there. We also got some prayer plants, otherwise known as Maranthas. And those are really cool because the little leaves fold up at night.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, maybe because we're only open during the day. Never see it pray.
You never see it praying. But a really cool plant to have. It's kind of a variegated white and green color to it. And then this is probably my favorite. I wish I could do better with these, but this is an Antherium. So this one is the red and white variegated Antherium. Also comes in that really dark red and then also a pink color. So really attractive foliage on there. Nice bright green foliage, really contrasts nicely with the flower. This one likes a little bit more high humidity. It's actually the Hawaiian state flower, I believe. So it does like a little more humidity. So maybe you're mixing it in with a grouping of plants. You could also put some gravel in the saucer and keep moisture in that saucer. And then as it evaporates, it sends more humidity up.
You're making a mess in my studio, my office. Got dirt everywhere now. But I love it. It shows off well on camera. So it's perfect. They're beautiful.
Well, it is really pretty. And those leaves, that color, that the colored leaves, the blooms stick around forever. You're talking 6-8 weeks, months. So it's a good one to bring color into the home with.
Pretty much continually in bloom. So Lisa, we're out of time, just like that. So I know your list keeps going. You'll have to see all the new houseplants that are in. Some of them rare, some of them big specimens, huge pothos, string of pearls that are beautiful, unbelievable. Beautiful. So Ken and Lisa Lane, the Mountain Gardeners. We'll be right back after this.